Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday night, chatting with the Muskrat. Hope everybody's having a good week. I can tell you I've been watching some YouTube today, and if you haven't already, which I know a lot of you have because I saw you in chat, been over and watching DMV. He is on fire tonight. I don't know if he was on the Potomac or been over and watching DMV. That's myself. I don't want to hear myself. I barely want to see myself. But no, he's over there having a heck of a time, man. He challenged himself to 300 pounds. Once he got to 200 pounds, it was all over. So he's having fun over there. I don't get to catch DMV very often. I'll be honest. I try to support everybody's channels and get as much watch time through as I can, and it's just a lot. Yeah. So I can understand anyone out there that's struggling to keep up. Hey, do what you do. Find the channels that you enjoy, the ones that either make you laugh, make you cry, or teach you something. Stick to what makes you happy. So before I get started here, I want to say good evening and thank you for the folks jumping in chat. We had some early birds in here. Man, 6:45, Buckeye Catfishing. Jim, appreciate you being here. James Dockery, Mike Sampson, Mike Irvin in the house early. Brandon Cross in the house early. D's in there. She's probably been taking it hard this week with Chad taking the loss he did on Saturday. She's probably wiping tears and just doing what she can for Chad right now. So my heart's with him. I know it's his birthday today, so hopefully that brings him out of his slump. And that's all on you, D. That's your job. You got to take care of him. You got to make it better. I'm just having fun. See, Brandon's in the house. Brandon Enix, is that right? Don't be shy if I jack your name up. Let me know. Creole Catfishing's in the house. Welcome, Jeremy. Thank you for stopping in. Mike Greenwell also in the house. Mike Kaufman's in the house. What's up, buddy? He says he's heading out to the RC Bird Dam in the morning. Good luck, brother. I wish you the best. I actually be down that way. I'm going to go do some little deer hunting in the morning over in Meigs County, so I won't be too far away. Ryan Bortz, Blue Collar Fishing's in the house. Catfishing with old dad. Let's see. Dinks Outdoors. Buddy, you did a fantastic job last night on Catfish Weekly. You sat behind the camera, cool as a cucumber. You answered several questions. I knew I threw quite a few at you. I just love seeing young folks out in the outdoors, whether it's fishing and hunting and whatever it is. But hats off to you. And of course, I saw you see my comment on your last video. Man, your editing, you're better than me already. I'm getting whooped by 11-year-old, but I'm okay with it. Just wanted to say again, great job last night with that show. Always fun. Catfish Headhunter Norm's in the house. Tim Lude is in the house. Skip Stewart, I saw him, but I think my chat over here is slowed down compared to my chat over here. I'm using a tablet. Yeah, I caught that before it got away. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we want to try to keep things in chat. We keep things nice and smooth, family friendly. Catfishing with Calhoun. Willie's in the house. Willie, thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. Mopar Marco's in the house. Fishing and Gear Outdoor. Man, we got everybody rolling in. We're up to 37 already in chat. John Patrick Jr. Hey, JP3 hit me up a little bit ago trying to help me out with the engine trouble I'm having. So I appreciate you guys thinking about me as you were sorting through your engine issues yourselves. So appreciate that. Fishing with the Squirrel. Man, oh man, they just rolling in. All right. Palmetto Cats. Kevin's in the house. What's up, buddy? Listening on the way home. Be safe, be careful, and keep your eyes on the road. I tell you, the other night I was driving home from long. It's about an hour and 40 minutes to the river. I made it out fishing with William Matthew, and William will be a guest next week on the show. And he's got a pretty busy schedule. He's a cop, and so he's doing his service and protecting the people and community. And hats off to him for that. We had a great day fishing. First time I've ever been out with William. And like we've known each other a long time, man. We just out a couple guys get on a boat. That's just how it is. When you got that common denominator of the passion for catfish like we do, it's easy. It just a day goes by easy. Justin Fishing Fetish in the house. Mike Turner. Let's see. Janice is in the house. She's actually in the house. She's right here. She don't want to be seen. As you guys know, she's a little shy. Lynn Leeper, thank you for stopping in. Let's see. DMB landing another. He's on it, man. There ain't no doubt about it. He's on fire over there. So if you got two screens running, cool. If you hop out and check him and come back, that's okay. We all got that. I do it too. One time fishing clubs in the house. Mike Lewis, Team Whisker Tickler is in the house. And so guys, like I said, the other day got out fishing with William, did something a little bit different than what I normally do. At 46-degree water, and we were dragging. And we started out anchoring up, and we did catch some fish. We caught some smaller fish starting out the day. And we was targeting, deep holes, just looking for bait fish. So just trying to figure out where the bait fish are going to be. We eventually we marked a bunch of fish, and it was getting close to evening, and he said, let's drag. We're going to drag up river. We had about a half a mile an hour current, and he said, we're going to roll about 0.2 to 0.3. And we caught fish, and we caught bigger fish. I was scratching my head, but I trusted that he knew what he was doing, and it was a new tactic, something different for me. And I love to try things that I don't normally do. In this case, it turned out to be a success. I wouldn't normally find myself dragging in 46-degree water. I just wouldn't. Maybe that's the tactic I should have used on Saturday, fishing against old Chad. So me and Chad kind of had it out there on Saturday, and I appreciate everyone that was, oh, man, looky here. We're going to relive this? Huh?
We're going to relive this?
No, we're not going to relive it. I had fun. We had fun. I ain't going to consider the two channel cats a butt whooping in any way, shape, or form. So we had fun.
I butt whooped every which way that day.
Boy, they were ruthless on you. I haven't got a chance to go back through and watch everything yet, but from the comments I was hearing from Mark commentating everything, it sounded like they was getting pretty brutal. And but that's okay. You got tough shoulders. I got tough shoulders, and we can handle it. And Creole says, I already gave you your birthday spanking.
Yeah, you gave me my birthday spanking a little bit early, bro.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday to you. Hopefully, I know you said you had to work today. I talked to you earlier, but hopefully everything went cool today, and now you got this. So, I mean, what else can you ask for?
Hey, it was like one of the easiest days of work that I've had, and I don't remember how long. Everybody was just like, "Oh, it's your birthday. We'll leave you alone." And then the wife ordered the lunch that I wanted, and then she went and ordered, made me a steak and baked potato with lobster tail tonight.
Oh man,
brother, I am just like living the dream today.
D, it was my birthday a couple weeks ago, man. I didn't. Janice, you're fired. I just about got something thrown at me.
You deserve it.
I do. I normally do, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, we had a good time fishing that day. Fishing was tough. It's been tough. I've been out. I see Saturday there. I only caught the two fish. Sunday I went out with William, and we actually did pretty good. We had with 15 fish total.
Yeah.
And then I went out yesterday with Skip Stewart down below Portsmouth. Took a big 0. Couldn't get it together. And the Ohio down there yesterday was running about 3.5, 4 mile an hour. So
really,
yeah.
Jeez.
Norm said he had fried bologna for supper, bud. There ain't nothing like a fried bologna sandwich.
Oh, I love fried bologna.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, that's probably going to be one of my next meals on the boat. I like busting out that grill. Yesterday we had We had brat burgers yesterday. They were pretty good.
Justin said, how old is Chad today? 50.
How old is Chad today? Justin wants to know.
50.
Oh man, you can see it. I was going to leave that part out since it's your
Damn.
birthday. Damn, Justin.
Come on, Justin. The Chad is 39 years young today.
39 years young, and that's been fact checked for those of you that are doubting. So don't even go there. Fishing Gear Outdoor Entertainment says been doing good, 7 to 5 feet deep. And we tried some shallow. What's your water temp down there? I know you guys are looking a little bit better than we are. Fried bologna on the griddle. That's right. Yeah, he's a baby. 39 degrees and 39 years old, not degrees. I'm trying to read chat as I talk, and
I'm sitting here going, "What are you talking about?"
No, I seen the 39 up there, and then I just asked what the water temperature was down there, and that's all it took. And then I was trying to read.
I'll say, I would think Jimmy has a little bit warmer water temperatures down that way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah, we had fun. It was a good time. I go back and look at notes, and I go back and watch videos, and I go back and try to teach myself all over again, because in the moment, 56 degrees. So you're looking a lot better. 46 degrees down here. But shallow water, it's actually one of the things to talk about tonight. Derek's in the house, Ohio Catfish Chasers. What's up, buddy? One of the things to talk about tonight was, in winter catfishing is fishing them shallows. So you heard me talk in the stream. I talked about a creek that was coming in down below me, and but I was going for a go big, go home, because normally that's got some channel cats in it and whatnot. We rolled over it, checked it out before we rolled out for the day. Loaded. It was loaded, and whether they bite, I don't know, but they were there. But as Skip and I found yesterday, I mean, we was marking structure. We were seeing, good fish on the sonar. Just couldn't get them to eat. I mean, we was throwing small baits, big baits, fillets, fresh. I mean, I caught the shad that morning. I mean, it's just tough right now. It's just tough right now. Your part of the river, my part of the river. It's been tough.
It was definitely tough.
Yeah. Yep. We were fishing. We were fishing right above the Meldal Dam.
Okay.
We were above that pool, so we were in the Meldal pool, but we weren't. We weren't below the dam. I would like to get below the dam and do some bumping right now while we got some good current. But or you can even bump in front of the dam. If you get close to, obviously don't go past the buoys and put yourself in a dangerous situation. But you can set up in front of those buoys, especially, depending on if the lock wall is pulling or one of the gates is open. You can get in front of it, and you can walk baits back and pick up fish all the way back through there if you're good. So something to think about. I hadn't thought about it. We just kind of talked about it the other day, and I thought, well, I never thought about sitting in front of the dam and bumping back through there, or walking baits back. You can bump it until you got so far back. Then obviously
I'm sure up against that top part of the dams, there are monstrous rocks and structure and logs and everything that them fish are all around. Betty's in the house. Hello, Betty. Mike Greenwell. Did you guys check out Mike Greenwell's new video? I did. You did. I did. If you guys haven't checked out Mike Greenwell's new video, somebody post a link up there for Mike Greenwell if you could. He's got some good stuff, man. He was on Nightlines with Mark on Friday night, and pretty interesting show if you didn't catch it. Fenseeker TV. Old Dad's in the house, man. Proud of your son, man. Be proud of your son. I'm sure you hear it 1,000 times, but yes. Hey, before the show, I was in DMV's chat, and we was talking about hooks, because he
he got a lot of fish that came off, man. It's hard to tell. I think somebody just said he's at 270 pounds or 290 for the night. No problem, Mike. 270 or 290 for the night so far. I mean, he's on it. But he
Was
lost
he
a
at
lot of
like
fish.
17 or 18 fish?
I think he's higher than that now.
Is he?
Yeah. But he had, thanks, D, for getting Mike Greenwell's link out there. He'd missed some fish, and we was talking about hooks, and Brandon asked what hook I was using. I was using a TK 9-aught wide gap circle hook. And let me see if I can maybe get something up there to maybe show that. So this is I'm trying to get my fat fingers out of the way, but it's a straight shank hook. Walk back over here. It is offset, and they are pretty thick compared to most hooks. And one of the comments I made about the hooks was it's strong, it's super sharp, and it doesn't have any teeth marks. And somebody asked, what in the world? I got a couple private messages asked, what in the world am I talking about teeth marks? Now, I already tried this before the show, and I don't think I can get it to show up right. I'm going to try it again because I changed the lighting, but maybe you guys can see.
I seen it.
You can see right here.
Yep.
Oh, it's showing up real good there.
Mm-hmm.
See those marks? Those are teeth marks from pliers. Teeth mark from pliers, because a lot of these companies, and I'm not going to say whose hook this is. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to educate or maybe help somebody out. But a lot of these guys will buy hooks, overseas in bulk. And then they get them over here and they want them offset. So they'll grab them with a pair of pliers and twist them and torque them. And that's what you get left with. You get teeth marks in your hook. Those of you that know about the makeup and the stresses of metal know that once you, one, bend the metal, you stress it, and then two, you nick it and you give it a weak point, a breaking point. And so for me personally, for those that were asking, that's one of the things I look for first when I look at a hook is it going to have teeth marks in the hook? So here's another company, different hook. Right at the very top there, if I can, the teeth marks are here.
Yeah,
maybe you can kind of see them there. So that hook, just one that. Now, why do I have these hooks already? Because they either had good reputation. I'm always trying new stuff. And I've caught fish on these hooks. It's not like they're not sharp. They are sharp. River Rat, Rusty's in the house. What's up, Rusty? Maurice is in the house. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you being here. And so I've caught fish on these hooks. And you can catch fish on these hooks. But once I saw and understood what I was working with, I kind of lost my confidence with the hooks. And I'm not, nobody owes me or nobody sends me nothing. But the TK hooks, I tried them and I really liked them. My hookup ratio seemed to improve right away. I like the hooks. So for Brandon, who was asking, hopefully that cleared it up for you. And if not, just send me a message and I'll talk to you and I'll see if I can help you out. He always wants to help me get the hook out of a fish, and he always uses pliers. I'll tell him no, I'll get it. Yeah, Mike Greenwell, we talked about that the other day on the boat when with William. He's the same as me. He doesn't want to use pliers unless he absolutely has to. And we just cannot get that hook out. But there's a lot of different things people are using to do that. For a long time, I had like a little wooden rod thing. I had a notch in the side. I could use to pop it and get it to pop out. Problem with that is once I specifically went to circle hooks, a lot of them circle hooks, you kind of got to roll them out. It's not something you could pop out. So you kind of got to roll it out. So so I couldn't really use that anymore. I seen somebody, I think it was Creole, asked about aluminum pliers. I would assume that that would be much easier on it. I don't know how strong. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of aluminum pliers. I've heard of people like rubber dipping them. Matter of fact, Fishman Stuff. Keith has a video just not too long ago, maybe 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, something around there. He's got a video talking exactly about this. And he talks about using like plastic dip or some kind of rubber dip and dipping the tips of the pliers in. And those are his pliers for getting hooks out because, protects the hook. So let's see. Rusty says my hands and grip are pretty jacked up and don't function well all the time. I use pliers. If it doesn't come right out, never had an issue. Yeah. And that's the thing, just using pliers doesn't mean it's going to automatically, weaken the hook and you're going to fail and all that. But putting the teeth marks in it and, it does indeed give it a breaking point or at least a weaker point. And especially for Rusty down there catching them big old fish, man, he's fighting fish on the Mississippi and massive current. We was working a 3.5, 4 mile an hour current yesterday, and that's a good day for you. So I don't know how you guys deal with it over there.
My little boat wouldn't be able to handle that.
No, it was
not
tough.
very long.
Skip's boat's got, he's got a big deep V tracker, and you could tell when you're going against the current, when you got off the motor, you stopped right now. There was no slowing down and cruising for a second. You stopped. It was the current yesterday was no joke. But Chad, I know you had a lot of questions. I'm kind of putting you on the spot here because I know we didn't talk about this, but we had a lot of questions and conversation come up about this next tournament we're talking about in January. Any information or any thoughts or any headway on that, or still all to be determined? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Go ahead and put me on the spot. I mean, you already whooped me like redheaded stepchild last weekend. So why not put me on the spot for this too? I'm looking at the weekend of January 16th and 17th, and possibly the 23rd and 24th, depending on how many people are interested. So far, I've had a few reach out to me.
Okay.
I know you said you were interested. Creole, Stan, his son. The 1-tonners are interested. And there's a couple people. I just need to know a count so I can kind of start getting what I can plan, right? What is it going to be, a 1 or 2 day thing, or am I going to have to do like the couples tournament and actually do 2 weekends so we can get everybody in?
I'd say get something made up and have people check box if they're in or not, or which day they would choose, and go by half. Because about half of the people that say they're in, something happens, family emergency,
right?
COVID, double obligations, financial issues, any of those things can strike. So
I think I'll definitely open it up at first for 1 weekend and then see what happens, because we don't want to get it to do a day where I've got 2 or 3 people and then all of a sudden, 1 or 2 of those people don't, and the other guy's just kind of sitting there like, hey, I'm by myself. So I want to make sure we have a good balance of that. But still looking at, it's going to be a Blue Cat only tournament, trying to figure out still the best way to go. As soon as Creole said he was interested in it, I started questioning that whole numbers game again. I might have to put a minimum size limit on this.
All right, so there's a few folks in chat there completely flabbergasted at what we're talking about. Do you kind of want to give an overall what we're talking about here?
Well, yeah, I am sorry that we have some flabbergasted folks in the chat. So if anybody has followed my channel at all, you would know about the YouTube couples tournament that we did back in October. for January, I wanted to put together it's going to be called the YouTube Winter Blues tournament, where it is a Blue Cat only tournament. It's online. You do not have to be a YouTuber that puts out content or anything like that, but you would have to have a YouTube account to where you could go live through the channel while everybody else is fishing. So it'd be like Roger and I on the screen here. We might have 2, 3, all the way up to 9 people fishing at the same time, all on screen fishing for however many hours. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with a 6-hour day again, like we did on the other one. But it's one of those fun tournaments. We're not charging everybody $50, $100 entry fee, and then we pay out so many spots. It's a fun thing to do. It gives everybody entertainment to watch and something to do during the wintertime.
So to clarify, because you lost me there for a second. Each
individual
person's going to each individual person's going to go live, or are they going to go live all under the umbrella of yours?
All under the umbrella of mine. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. So basically, Chad will send a link out to you. If you say you're in when it's go time, or actually, Chad's usually really good about being early. Just get the link to you early, and when it's go time, drop lines and have fun.
That's right. And there are rules, just like the YouTube couples tournament. You got to catch them on live. If you lose service and you catch a fish and we don't see it, sorry about your luck. Unfortunately, we can't count it because, we might have K&B anglers out there that pulled one out of his live well and act like he couldn't get service.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a challenge for a lot of folks. Their honey hole or favorite spots or areas to fish might not be serviceable. So, you kind of got to go out and scout beforehand and make sure you've got good service. So there's a lot more to it. And I'll tell you, I've done it twice now. Fishing live for 6 hours is a little bit tougher than what you think. You get put on the spot. Everyone can see everything you could do. Well, if you walk behind the camera, but it was fun. I enjoy myself. I'll do it as many times as I'm invited to, as long as I can.
Well, see, that was the problem Saturday with me is, I told you right when we started, when we started, I barely had service and I had to go backwards because my honey hole where I like to fish is right around that corner. I couldn't get to it. That's the only reason I lost.
That's unfortunate. Hey, I was getting messages throughout the day and say, please tell me Ohio is the right side of the river. I was like, yeah. Justin says you can't bleep live. Yeah, there's some stuff that comes out on the live streams that you just can't take back.
Nope.
Sometimes some unfortunate verbiage or screen mess ups. You just never know what's going to happen in live.
Honestly, though, that's kind of why I like the format that we're using for this, and it's all live, and there's no edits and all that kind of stuff. Is people actually get to see what it's like to sit out there on the water. It's not that 5 to 10 to 15-minute video where it's all edited out, and they see me snap a pole into on Saturday, and all the other troubles that we go through.
So did you have to eat that, or did you contact them and talk to them about it?
Actually, I was messaging another buddy this morning. He was asking me about a tournament that's going on this weekend, and I brought up the fact that pole snapped, and about 2 hours later, I get a message from the owner of the company, and he was like, "Oh, so-and-so was telling me that this happened. I want to make this right." And so, yeah, he's going to end up meeting me on Saturday or something if I do the tournament or whatever other time. I mean, I know the guy. He's super, super awesome.
Yeah,
he's like, I'll buy you something else if you don't want one of mine, but I'll replace it. We're gonna make it right. So I love Chubby Fish. He's very good guys.
Yeah. And their products, I use a lot of their products, and they're fair priced. Now I enjoy their stuff. I never looked at the rods, is because I was stocked up on rods and kind of stubborn, so I found the ones I really like. The Blue Cat rod and the Big Cat Fever rods are hard for me to put down. I've kind of gone through my paces with most companies, and Those are the two I'm settling in on pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he normally more or less does the terminal tackle, and he got into the rods. He was going to test them out, and I think he's still. The last time I talked to him, he was kind of up in the air about continuing with it. So
yeah, I mean, there's been kind of back and forth there.
Yeah, because the market's so saturated with everything with rods.
Yep. Skip says their website's down right now, so.
Yeah, I talked to. He was supposed to open it up this month, but he's looking at probably at least maybe January because of trying to get all the orders in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, my my two rods, my dog's over here just ripping one.
I wonder what your faces are.
Yeah, she's about ready to kill us. Me and my wife were like, man, I hope you guys didn't hear that. Thank goodness you can't smell it. So yeah, those rods. Hey, there he is. Muddy River Catfishing. Chris, thanks for jumping in, brother. Hello, everyone. Thanks for jumping in my live stream today. You are all awesome. Daggone, I missed that, Chris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was out bait fishing today.
I did see that just a little bit ago. I've been out busy all day, and when I got in this evening to settle in, I caught a couple videos, but I love bait fishing. That's half the battle, man. That's half the fun, really. Even when I throw the cast net, it's like Christmas every time I pull it up. You know, I enjoy it. So, Chris, thanks for jumping in. We were just talking about your blue cat rods. Anxious to see get my hands on one of the medium channel cat rods.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, they look really cool, and if the quality is anywhere near the blue cat and the flathead rod, it's going to be a sweet deal. So I can see myself having a lot of fun with that rod. Cast netting carp, Kentucky Catman. What kind of carp are you cast netting? Are you cast netting? I doubt you're getting Asian carp. I'm going to say common carp or quailback or something like that. But so no, I was sitting there thinking today and looking back at stuff, and it's talking about winter time fishing, and some of the things that I should be doing, or some of the things that I feel like are important to change up in the wintertime. And Skip and I was out yesterday all day. I mean, we were scratching our heads like, all right, let's try this inside bend. Let's go check this eddy out. Let's go check holes and structure. Let's go check creek mouths and man, we just kind of ran around all day and just couldn't seem to put it together or put something in the boat. And so like the biggest thing about the wintertime fishing is where's the bait at? And that goes all the time, but the bait changes. And for me personally, wintertime is just shad. I'll use some bluegill from time to time, but shad's going to be 90% of the bait I throw is going to be shad. And so I try to find the biggest, bloodiest shad I can find. And so this time of year, where do they go? Where are they concentrated at? And for the most part, you're going to find them, up in, especially right now when the water is running hard, you're going to find them up in marinas. You're going to find them up in creeks that are not running. So once the fast moving water finally moves out of the creeks and the river's rolling and the creeks calm down, they're going to move right into the creeks. And the creeks are a great asset to have. Not only, there's normally a big hole or a washout in front of the creek, the bait's up in the creek, and typically below the creek, you're going to have a flat. The sand, mud, and everything gets washed out of the creek, and then it kind of settles in. And typically, you're going to have debris also that settles in right behind the mouth of a creek. Not always, obviously, it depends on the current and the way the creek's shaped. But, I think we talked about it earlier, fishing 5 to 7 feet of water. And, typically that's going to be a shallow flat right behind those creeks that's going to hold structure, and it should hold catfish. Those catfish we want to guess where the bait is. The catfish know where the bait is. We can figure it out. We'll find the fish. Now, whether we can make them bite is a totally different story. Half the battle is finding the fish, and following the bait is about the easiest rule there is to follow. So, and another thing that I found in my notes was I caught myself doing the same things over and over again. So Skip and I pretty much tried a few different things yesterday, tried out some different stuff. And then, like I said, fishing the other day, the dragon in the winter, 46-degree water, I just wouldn't do it. And he put me on it. William did, and we did it. And son of a gun, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so were you all dragging the actual main river channel with it?
We were actually dragging a ledge, but it wasn't the main river channel. There was just too much current. That part of the river was really, really wide, so the current was cut way down. And and actually most of the river down through there, right before the Meldal pool, just didn't have the current like we saw yesterday. Man, if we had 3.5 mile an hour current, there ain't no way we was dragging anything.
Yeah.
But we was looking at 0.5 mile an hour current to maybe 1 mile an hour, depending on where we were at for most of the day.
Nice.
So the note I made myself was if I keep getting the same results, if I'm not happy with the results, I need to change what I'm doing. So if I'm, like I went to that same spot, I got skunked 3 times before, did the exact same thing. I did the other 2 days, actually 2 days, 2 other times I'd been to that same area, and I did the same thing, and I got the same result. I keep thinking, well, they're going to move in here. They got to be here. I gotta stay on myself and remind myself of these notes I make, and keep to them.
Yeah.
So hang on a second here.
Go ahead.
I think everybody's pretty much talking amongst themselves in chat. We got 56 people in chat tonight. Thank you guys very much for being here. I appreciate you all. There's a lot of other channels going. I don't know if DMV is still rolling. I appreciate you guys taking the time to stop over here and check us out. If you like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs up for me. But thanks again on that. And so I seem to catch catfish mostly on the softer side of the river during winter, it seems, fishing with Odad. Yeah, and that's for us, most of the winter is going to be higher water, muddy water, for most of the time. And there is James Dockery. I think he's been here all along, or he's been in and out. But so that, the softer side, meaning, most likely the inside bend or the opposite side of the channel, a little bit slower water. So when we start getting this high water, fast moving water, whatever you could do to find less. So if you're fishing 3 mile an hour current, try to find, 1.5 miles or maybe even 2, something less. That's going to make that bait. Roger, looks cold in your house. I was outside. I'm actually getting hot. I can feel my face turning red. I'm actually getting hot. I should have not wore the hoodie. But that's all right. Janice, nice, good job filming the other day. What'd you film? She didn't have to do anything. I set the camera up and turned the pigeons loose. But let's see. Man, everybody's still just running.
Mike Remo had a good question.
What was it? I'm sorry. Oh, I see. Question.
Yeah. Do you all ever go back and fish a spot that you fished earlier in that day?
Yep.
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Yep. Not as often as I probably should, but we do that. Say early in the morning. Jason Blackburn, hey buddy, what's up? You go back in the morning and the fish aren't there. They're doing, they're either out. They're out on the hunt. They're doing something else, and you come back, circle back around later in the day. Depending on the situation, a shallow flat or something like that. The sun warms it up, and boom, fish are up feeding on flat. We actually marked some fish yesterday. Roger's at your bait tank behind you. No, I thought about it, but no, I just like watching them. we marked fish yesterday up in, I think we were anywhere between 8 to 10 foot of water, just a big flat that came out off a point in the middle of the river. It was like 20 to 30 feet on both sides of it, but it was big hump flat that was like 8 to 12 feet deep, I think. And we had fish marked up on top of it. So, that's not, they probably weren't there earlier but during the day. Actually, sun didn't come out much yesterday. I'll be honest. Well, we were eating snow part of the day.
Buddy's getting off.
So, what is it?
Buddy said good night.
Hey, buddy, get some rest. Keep saving lives. Appreciate what you do. Have a good night. Kevin says I'll be cleaning out in the garage room for a bait tank tomorrow. Getting excited. Yeah, I saw that you picked up one of those big 275-gallon totes. I'm thinking about changing mine. I got one and it works, but I like Catfish Weekly. David there a couple weeks ago.
Dave Martin.
Yep, the way he's got his set up. That's a lot more expensive. The UV lights and things like that. Will cost a little bit of money, but for the most part, I got everything I need to get running. Anyone else have trouble with chat saying quota reached? In this chat, Brandon, or are you talking about a live stream of your own? I've been using all kinds of baits, but here lately, no baits. A guy told me to use cut carp. Does it work? Cut carp does work. Now, I've only used Asian carp, I think once, fishing down. I think I fished a tournament. I think it was Monsters Only, Ohio, or it could have been the Taylorsville or the Bluegrass Catfish Bash. I'm not 100% sure. I've used it, but I use regular common carp a lot. If it comes to common carp or buffalo or quailback or whatever everybody else calls them, the common carp bleeds and is 10 times oilier than your quailback or buffalo or any of that. Now, when it comes to Asian carp, I can't say a whole lot other than I have seen enough people say the Asian carp is a fantastic bait that if I get a chance to use it, I'm going to use it. All right, so there's that. That's how I feel about that. Asian carp, if you can get your hands on them, is good. But the common carp, if you can't get them, because we don't have Asian carp around here, and that's a good thing. One Over Outdoors, hey, thanks for stopping in, saying hi. Appreciate you coming in, brother.
We don't have them thick yet in our pool, but we do have them in Markland, in the Markland pool.
Do you have some?
Yep.
That's bad.
Yep.
We're all going to get it. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
It's like sooner or later everyone's going to get it. How long can you fight it off, and how long can you hide from it? So that's the reason we should stop these commercial guys from taking our blue cats out and our flatheads out, is because they're the only predator they have.
Right.
That's the only fit. Now I'm going to assume when they're real small, maybe bass will eat them, or saw guy or something. I don't know, but to my knowledge, catfish are the only real.
Maybe the long nose gar a little bit, some of the bigger ones, but there's so many when they start breeding, they breed so fast, them Asian carps, that I don't think they could team up against them and keep up with them in most areas.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. But Ryan says they're thick up here where the Salt River meets the Ohio. So I have a rig video up. I'll go over it again and post a link in the new video description and kind of show what I look for. So Derek here with Ohio Catfish Chasers says he's got a new video on rigs. I love watching rig videos. I'm always trying different rigs. I'm making weird stuff up on my own. I think Skip and I kind of bounce ideas off each other and come up with weird contraptions. And some of them turn out to be, the deal breaker. So I love watching rig videos. Anybody gets a chance to post Ohio Catfish Chasers link up there so people can check it out. I appreciate it. Big alligator gar can't kill them also, or can kill them also. I'm sorry. I'm going to say alligator gar can kill anything, I think.
I have heard. I have heard. I don't know if it's going to be up by us though, Roger. Is it? Have you heard? But I have heard they're going to introduce the alligator gar into places like Kentucky, like where Kentucky Lake and stuff is, to try to combat the Asian carp. I heard that a while back.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, so I can't really comment on it.
Okay.
But yeah, they're so thick in our waters that you can't always see the bottom. Dansgown looks like structure mixed with fish. Man, that is bad news.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad news. Because the way they eat up. So what I've been told is they eat other fish's eggs and everything else. So as fish are laying eggs in the rocks, these guys will move in and suck the eggs up and eat them, and it's slowly, wipe out or slowly decrease the population of several other species of fish. So I don't know if that's 100%. That was one of the things that was told to me about them. One of the reasons they're so devastating, and they move in and they multiply. I don't know how many times they spawn during a year, but it seems like their reproduction rate is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio Catfish Chaser says, me and Brandon Enix are working on something hopefully really cool. Well, you better be really cool now, because you done throwed it out there.
That's right.
JP3, he's got it. He hit the nail on the head right there. We need Wales catfish.
That would be interesting.
We get some Wales catfish over here. Up to 4 times a year, James Dockery said, on the Asian carp reproduction cycle.
That's crazy.
They're like shad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times the shad breed, but it's a lot, because even right now, I went out last week, and Janice and I were trying to catch some shad on Friday for the tournament on Saturday, and I seen some little popping across the top of the water. I said, "Oh, I got him!" And I threw my net in there. I couldn't even get it in the boat. I ain't joking. It was so full of shad, that big, maybe that big. I was like, man, when were you guys born, man? What the crap is this?
No doubt.
Oh my goodness! Hey, I lost bottom on the transducer. They just completely clouded the whole freaking thing up. It was insane.
That's cool to see, though, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it's neat to see them. Especially when they get in their, like in the creeks and stuff, and they get in their little streams. It's like a solid line of them. We had them so thick where William and I were trying to catch bait this week. He ran over them, and he's like, "Oh crap!" And he threw it in reverse and tried to back up so he could throw the cast net on them. Sucked them up in the prop and chopped a whole bunch of them up. They were that thick underneath the boat. You'd think they'd move.
Yeah.
No, they were that thick.
I mean, what was 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, when the big hatch just happened? I mean, our creeks were insane with how much was in there.
Yeah. Yep. Quail says, heard some commercial fishermen saying they're going to start catching Asian carp for crawfish bait. That would help a little bit. We could turn commercial guys onto Asian carp for some reason and get them off the catfish. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, anything to get them out of what they're doing would be great. But these tournaments they hold for them things are unreal to see. I don't know if you've ever seen any videos on the Asian carp tournaments down by Kentucky Lake. Oh man, you're talking they bring in boats with like a single day is like 10 to 25,000 pounds of Asian carp a boat.
What?
It's insane.
What kind of boats are these?
They go out and they use these big, huge nets and everything else. And yeah, I want to say it was either like Kentucky Afield or one of those channels did a show on it, and it's down towards the lower part of the Ohio, Kentucky Lake, that area, and on the Mississippi. And it's just insane the amount of poundage these guys bring in for a tournament.
Well, that's good. That's good for the rest of us. I'll have to check it out. That'd be kind of interesting. I love when they go in there and the Division of Wildlife where he goes in and shocks them, and just it's insane how many are there. Commercial plate boats, says Rusty there. Yeah, they're going to have something crazy to haul in loads like that. But they're so thick on Murray right now. The finder is reading 5 foot deep in 30 foot of water, says One Over Outdoors. Man, that is insane. Hey, SK Crappie Catching Adventures joined us. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate you being here. Mr. T-Bone 39. I've seen you in there for a while. Just hadn't got a chance to shout you out, but thank you, brother, for being here. Bluegrass Roadsides in the house. Fishing with Paula Smith. Hey, Paula. Thanks for stopping in and joining us. You're talking about somebody that's got a lot of knowledge on the species and not recreation, preservation and whatnot of our fish. The conservation is what I was trying to say. She's the one to talk to. She's done a lot of research, and I think Ken's helped her out quite a bit. But she knows her stuff, that's for sure. That's what they're doing, Roger, on Kentucky Lake with the commercial guys now, and going to expand down into the Tennessee with it, and hope to expand the commercial side to Ohio and Mississippi in the future. That's good. If we've got the capability with these commercial guys, and I don't know how they pay them, I mean, they can't run these boats for free. I don't know what they use the Asian carp for, if those become our fish fillet sandwiches or what. I don't know.
I don't know if they still do, but they have processing plants down there for them.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with them. I know that they are using them
for food.
Dog food?
Probably. Yeah. I'm sure it goes into a lot of it.
Yeah. Paul Smith says, Ken don't know nothing. She's teaching Ken is what's going on now. Get McDonald's to use for fish sticks. Okay. July shad should be about 5 inches by now. Yeah, stonefly out. That's what I'm saying. The shad I caught the other day were about 1.5 inches. Like, when did they hatch? I didn't even know they should be hatching right now. This is a bad time to be hatching. Stuff's freezing. I don't know what happened. But I'm telling you, we got a ton of them. I probably had 1,000 in my net. I was freaking out. Like, what am I supposed to do with these things? Dog food companies should be able to use them, says Stephen Corley. Stephen, thanks for being here, buddy. Sean T Outdoors, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so the dog food in some restaurants. I don't know what restaurant. Hey, actually, I say that, but there's other videos out there, people eating the Asian carp, and they say it ain't bad. They say,
yeah,
take your time to clean it right and properly. It ain't bad. So I guess if they grind it all up, make a patty out of it, I've eaten worse.
Yes, I've seen a few people eat shad. So if they'll eat that, and skipjack even.
Huh?
Yes, yeah. I wasn't going to throw them names out there, but
Chris Souders. He got tucked into biting the head off of one. I was actually downriver from him when he did it too, and I was like, "What are you thinking?" There is actually one part of the carp that gets used a lot. It's the meat right behind the eye, says James Dockery. So right behind the eye. Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Steve Douglas said that on Sunday that the Asian carp tastes like striper. So Kevin had asked him about the incident him with catfish and carp, where he cut his leg, and he ended up saying that he thought it tasted like striper. So hopefully they find a really good use for them that makes them sought after more than our trophy sized catfish, and they back off and put their uses for good. It's a bounty system, and the feds have kicked an additional 600,000 K into the bounty system this coming year. They had it all in a meeting today at TWA on YouTube. Huh. Did not know that, Kentucky. Big cats and birds.
Awesome.
Heck yeah. It looks better to me than tilapia. Tim Molina. Tim, thanks for being here. I'm not sure if I said hello to you or not. I like tilapia. But I ain't real picky. I like a lot of fish.
There it is. Carp Madness tournament. Won $10,000 for 28,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's insane. And I can't even find a channel cat on a Saturday.
I found two. They were right next to each other. Hey, you know what? I got thinking about that because Janice actually told me a couple times. She said, "Man, that planer board's acting weird," and I just looked over at it, and it was in some pretty tough current, so I just kind of blew it off. I think that smaller one, that little 3-pounder, I think he hooked up and stayed on there, and then that bigger one came along and said, "Hey, there's more food," and got on there. And when the 6-pound something got on there, then I noticed it.
Yeah.
But it was
that
fun.
was funny.
That's a good thing they found it too, because we'd been tied, and then it had been all kinds of more smack.
I know. If you wouldn't have had that right from the get-go, we at a 6-hour mark, we both would have been sitting there like, Ohio and Kentucky's not looking too good right now.
We're not very good representatives. We'll say that out loud.
Well, we did entertain, and we actually set it up because now, how many folks were saying that they want to take us on now? I know there was some kind of tag team that a couple of them want to do, but yeah, we set it up like we don't know what we're doing. Maybe it's just to bring in some more competition for later.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shut up.
But I'll fish just about anybody, just about any time. If I can afford to be there, I'll be there.
That's right.
Flint Hill's in the house. What's up, Brian? Thank you for stopping in. I'm going to get a small blue cat or channel and fry him up in the cast iron out on the bank soon. If you fry any fish, it's pretty good. I've been talking about that here lately. I've never eaten a blue cat. I've never kept one and brought it home. And I think I might have ate a flathead when I was younger, first catching fish. I'd imagine, then I was catching channel cats and chicken liver, and then boom, I caught a flathead, and I was like, what is this? I was like, I want to catch these. This is way more fun. And I probably ate. I don't know if I did or not, but I probably ate him. But since then, I've never eaten a flathead, and I've never eaten a blue cat. But I've been telling myself here lately, I need to take a couple of these small blue cats home and fry them up, just see what it's all about. Because I like catfish anyway.
They're good.
Kentucky Big Cats in Bourbon said, I sent Chad a link on Facebook Messenger to the TWA Asian Carp Advisory meeting.
Cool. So, I'll check that out.
Mike Greenwell says, I would love to do a call out, but with the boat down, I don't want to have to depend on someone else to take me fishing for the day. Yeah, Mike, I 100% understand that. I've been there too. My boat was bent up and down. It's actually still acting kind of squirrely right now. I'm going to play with it more this week, see what I come up with. But my Greenwell would be a tough one to call out. That boy can fish. So
he knows his area.
Life, Roger. I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, eating blue cats. Creole says it'll change your life. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I still am a huge fan of the small eater channel cats over the blues, but yeah. And as much as I hate to say it, the shovelhead, I have had shovelhead, and that is probably the best tasting. I just can't. I've maybe kept one or two in my life, but I just can't keep. I can't keep them.
That's what Flint Hill just said. Flathead belly meat is awesome. Small blue cat, like 5 to 10 pounds, is pretty good eating too. Yep. I'll be honest. When I want to keep a catfish, I'm talking 1 to 2 pounds, and that's what I like. I like man. My memory is going to squat tonight. Mid-South. Quentin Robbins calls them fiddlers. I know other people call them fiddlers too, but he says it a lot. So he's the first person I think of. But yeah, the little fiddlers that easy cleaning. easy to fry up. Those are the ones I really like. Wow, Mike, steering cables, steering helm and cables are going to cost $700. Wow. I would say try to find them used, but then again, are you just buying somebody else's problem? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Man, sorry about that, Mike. I feel your pain. I've gone through a lot of costly upgrades and repairs over the last year with my boat. If I get the motor straightened out, I'll be good. Flathead best tasting, then blue, then bullhead, then channel in my book, says Kevin. So I would Fish with the Squirrel says I would eat a shovel head, but never a flathead.
Shovel heads are better than flatheads.
Yeah. Flint Hill says winter cats are better tasting, or definitely taste better in his opinion. So Tim Molina says Flint Hill can make Cheetos look good. I buy that with the slow motion.
Epic snack time.
Snack time, yeah.
Love it.
Try to mimic it without food because it'll just look wrong. But you guys know what it is. Michael Mueller break out another 1,000. You're right, buddy. That's the curse and the double-edged sword of having a boat. Yes, you got a boat and you can get off the bank and you can go pack up and move quickly, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Paula Smith says no contamination in fish under 10 pounds, and don't eat the fatty parts. Pregnant women shouldn't eat it at all. Don't eat the fatty parts. So no contamination in fish under 10 pounds. I trust Paula Smith and with her studies, and I would take that to the bank. So don't eat the fatty parts and only eat fish under 10 pounds. Well, if we can get everybody on that bandwagon,
I'd love it.
That'd be good to go. For $500, you can get a hydraulic steering system. Brandon Cross. I think Squirrel just said the same thing. Go hydraulic. The dual cable system and helm. I broke it all. Whew. Man, don't know how you broke it, but it sounds like you did it good. Yep. SK says they boats cost, but they sure are fun, and they are. Anything that's fun is expensive. It seems like. Chad, what else do you look for when you change over to do winter fishing?
Well, more than likely, like last year was my first experience with it. I got it out a few times and learned a couple of things. My butt's probably going to be hitting the creeks more than anything. As the water starts coming up, I'm going to be hitting the creeks a lot more. I know you like to find those structures and stuff in the river. My little boat, I'd prefer to hit the creeks. I actually have a lot of luck. You were talking about dragging baits in the winter time and stuff. Mm-hmm. We went out on New Year's Day for a tournament last year, and we hit this little creek, it probably 6-7 foot deep, even with the water up. And it's not even a half mile long. We got 15 fish in that little bit of stretch right through there.
Wow!
Dragging baits through the creeks. So that's
when that current backs up or stops. There's no reason that won't work. So that's a fantastic idea.
Yep. So that's more than likely what I'll be doing. There is some spots that we'll anchor up and fish. But as this water starts getting to where you talk like 3-4 miles an hour, I would like to suspend baits, but I don't have the trolling motor power like you guys have for my little boat. So more than likely, I'll have to rely on those two techniques quite a bit.
I'll be honest with you. In that current, we weren't spot locking. We were throwing anchor. We was on anchor. I still have a rod suspended underneath the boat. I had 20 ounces of weight to keep it down, and even then, it was still hovering up off the bottom a little bit. Behind the boat, I say it brought it back about 3-4 feet from straight down. So that's with 20 ounces of weight. And so we were set up on anchor. We were throwing in heavy cover, scour holes. We were looking for drop offs and things like that. And that's one of the things I like to. That's one of the things I like to target is scour holes and like where all they would be. So for me, like if you're in a section of river that has a lot of barge tie-offs, the big pylons.
Yep.
If that's on a current side, or even a secondary current or secondary channel, behind every one of those pylons will be a scour hole, and some will be bigger than others. And also out in front of every one of those, not every one, but a lot of those will be another scour hole caused by the barge. Now you can guarantee the very first or the very last pylon is going to have a big scour hole in front of it or behind it, depending on how the barges are moving, how they're taking them in and out, most likely. Because every barge is setting up and taking the very first pylon coming upriver, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So from then there, they take it, they grab their barges and they take off. And if they're going upriver, they're washing out a big hole. So you'd be surprised just cruising by. Now, obviously, you can't get right in front of the pylon because the width of the barges, whether they're single, 2 or 3 wide, which in our area, they run them a lot 3 wide. But you have to move out in front of those pylons to find those scour holes. You can't go right by them.
Yeah.
But those are also, easy places to find them. And then, like I said, secondary channels, if you could find a place where the current comes around and maybe you got a hump or something there in the middle and you got another channel on the other side of it. I like looking at those as well. Those are harder to find. You really got to do a lot of scanning and mapping out if you're gonna try to find secondary channels and things like that. But it's when you find them, they're good. Small boats catch more and bigger fish. I'm not sure. I missed part of the conversation, but that caught my eye.
Yeah, obviously I'm missing something because I'm not making that happen. I'm not in the little boat, tiny boat nation down.
Yeah.
That's another thing I would look for is, like the deeper holes in the Ohio, like where I'm at, we have some like 70-foot holes down in there. Yeah, 65, 70 foot in certain areas, and it's kind of on the inside bend of the, some of the turns. And there's another location that I'm thinking of that it's almost on a straightaway, but it's literally like a 65, 70 foot hole. I want to try out during the winter time. During the summer, not, or even the spring and fall, I've not seen or caught anything unless I'm up from it towards the bank, hitting like 35, 45 feet down in it. I've never caught hardly anything, but I've not fished it in the wintertime. So
I would definitely be watching that for them blues to start stacking up.
I'm getting yelled at in chat. One of my fishing buddies is telling me to shush about some holes that I'm talking about. They got to know where they're at.
I see them, Bill. I've seen them. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. I've never seen 70 foot of water on the Ohio. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned something about downsizing baits. Flint Hill. Around here, our water temperature is down around 46, 48 degrees. And just about everybody that I'm talking to that is catching fish is catching them on small chunks. So maybe that's an indication what's coming your way. But so far, everybody around here is saying small chunks. So we used small chunks yesterday. We used fillets, flappers. We threw everything. Chicken.
I was gonna say, I try all kinds of different sizes. Nothing.
Palmetto says cold weather catfishing is hard work. Too many clothes and too many supplies to take. Yeah, but that's what makes it challenging. You go out there and like beat your chest and say, it's 12 below. I'm fishing. And then you go home and you're like, man, why did I do that?
Well, let me ask you this, Roger. When you guys launched on Saturday, did you guys actually launch on the river or in the creek?
Which day?
Saturday when we fished.
I launched out of Crooked Creek. It's like a little creek channel back off the Kanawha River. It feeds out into the canal, and then I took the canal out to the Ohio.
Now, did you guys have any kind of layers of ice up in the creek?
No, I don't think we had any ice yet.
Because I know you said the water down where I was colder than the water where upriver where you were. My creek had a freaking at least a quarter-inch of ice layer through the first part of it from the boat ramp about halfway down.
Not Justin.
My trolling motor wouldn't even go through it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh. Now we didn't have anything to deal with like that right there, so we were in pretty good shape. 915 fishing. I think that's a new one for me. Any advice to make videos people love? Boy, that's a whole show right there by itself.
It is.
The thing I try to do is I try to do what I love, and your passion shows through what you're doing. And some people are naturally just naturally have good talent behind the camera and can pull it off. Some people just don't pull it off very well. But you basically, to me, to make a video that's good is make it fun, make it educational. But for the most part, you just got to be your act like Richard Gene and Fishing Machine. It's not going to work. If you try to act like Steve Douglas and all cool, calm, and collected, no, it might work. You got to catch a lot of fish though.
You got to be you.
Yep, you just got to be you. If you're not, you might pull it off for a while, but then people see through it, and you'll just go down the tubes.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited. I logged in today to start the show up, and I'm at 490 subscribers.
Nice.
Shoot, I'm right there at 500. I got to come up with something cool to do at 500 subscribers. So wheels are turning. I'm coming up with something. Coming up with something.
Well, let me know what Dee's going to win me.
Dee wants to go fishing Sunday. She didn't say nothing about you.
Really?
She said I could even play with the rod. Wait.
I might take her new rod and reel out Saturday and fish with it.
I do like that. A new booth that she's got, the line counter. Oh, that's
sweet.
You could give away Chad's hat at 500. There it is. Michael Murillo, man, he's always got it. He's always got something good.
Why is he giving away my stuff? I need a 500 subscriber giveaway too. I'm at 451.
Just outfish the Chad again. Fishing with the muskrat. I thought about that, Squirrel. I love fishing with everybody. But if somebody wanted that lives far away, I can't afford to get them here.
Or to go there.
Or to go there right now. Things around here a little bit tight right now. But I thought about that, but I'd say, well, you can only live, that wouldn't be fair to everybody else. You might not make it to your next birthday. Uh-oh.
Y'all quit getting me in trouble. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else.
Kevin, what's my hat? Catfish. I need to come up with my own hat. That's what I need to do. As soon as I get things squared away, I'll have something put together. Talking about doing a giveaway, 500. Flint Hill asked, "Did you say Canal River?" Canal River. Just curious because I remember one of those in West Virginia. The Canal River does come out of West Virginia, Brian, and I'm not 100% sure how far it goes. To my knowledge, it's a pretty long river, so there's a chance that we're talking about the same river. The part I'm talking about is where the Canal River dumps out into the Ohio. So that's a Point Pleasant, West Virginia area. So I just got my OCC shirt and my River Certified hoodie in. Man, both of those sound like great gear. I got some Ohio Catfish Chasers gear laying somewhere. I keep hearing about it. He just lives up the road. I don't know. SK's Crappie Cat Adventure number 42. I've got to roll, y'all. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, SK.
Thanks for being here.
9:15.
It's not like he will catch a fish and break it in anyhow.
She's not afraid of me breaking it in. She's afraid of me breaking it.
Well, I'm going to assume those Muddy River rods. Not just leave it alone. I need a Muskrat shirt or a hat. Uh-oh. I gotta get lined up.
I just folded my Muskrat shirt.
Did you?
Yep.
I can't decide what I want to do. That when I was on Teesprings, and I started setting it up and looking at it, and I was going to put it one design on the back and one design on the front because I like it that way. I actually wanted to put something on the sleeves, but I'm not sure if they do that or not. I'm sure they do, but it's just going to cost more.
I don't remember that being an option.
I don't know. Well, hell, congrats on the subs, Muskrat. Thank you, brother. As soon as you get it up, I'll buy one. Kevin, Muddy River. Oh, what did it say? Paul Smith says Muddy River catfish and rods. Yep. I love mine. I haven't tried the flathead rod. I'll be honest.
Shovelhead.
I like the Blue Cat rods so much. I don't see me wanting to go down to a 7-foot rod for any reason. So, man, it's 9:16.
It is,
They
sir.
all over tee and hoodie. Oh, they have an all over tee and hoodie. I'll have to check that out. That's what I want. If I'm going to make something, I want to make it like I would like it because I might be the only one buying it. So I got to make it the way I want it and the way I like stuff. So, but guys, yeah, he said the print is all over. I'll be darned. Cool.
Nice.
Guys, I'm going to call tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. Man, oh man, I still got 44 people in chat. Man, it's hard to walk away like that.
They love you, bro.
And the thing is, I love them too. I appreciate them so much. I just hate to shut it down.
I don't blame you. And I've been sitting here, trying to act like I don't see the chat and all the comments about the Chad, but I'm still hanging in there with you. I'm just chilling. I'm just a pretty face on the side.
Catmandu says, need to have half of a muskrat on the front and the rear end on the back. Brady says, smash the thumbs up, guys. If you haven't done it yet, hit it. I appreciate that. But no, I am getting up super early. I'm driving in about an hour and 35 minutes, hour and 40 minutes to go deer hunting. So I'm going to shut it down. It is Chad's birthday. Chad's birthday, Jason Blackburn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shad. Happy birthday to you.
You know what? Just for that, you owe me 2 fried bologna sandwiches on the boat when next time we go out. All right.
Done deal. Done.
Yes. Happy birthday to me. Best present of all time right there.
Guys, it's been a good one. I thank you all for being here. Next week, we will have William Matthew from Catfish Code. If you guys haven't checked out Catfish Code, he's trying to get back in the swing of things. He put some videos out early on, and he's coming back around and getting back into it. So if you guys can show him some love, I'd appreciate it. Be here next week, Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, and be ready to rock his brain and see what's in there. He's an outstanding fisherman, does a lot of tournaments, and just all around good guy, man. He's fun to hang out with. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys again for being here. Until next week, keep it real. We're out.
See y'all.